Hello, welcome back to Paranormasight. Today, we're tracking down the Wicked Witch of the West. And hello, every Nyan. What is this? Stream France? Hello. Oh no, I didn't check the audio. Hopefully it's not crunchy. Hello, Jenny. Hello, Allison. I hope you're all ready for some mysteries to be unraveled. For some bodies to hit the floor. For Shogo... what's his name? To not really be dead. I think the Red of Resurrection's gonna come all the way back around to resurrect him. Also, who's the old guy in the kimono? The storyteller? Who knows? Is this all a game? Probably. Thanks. Ooh. Alright, let's move on over. Oh, who left this good-looking man here? My. This man should not be left alone with housewives. Alright. Queen of Hihaku. A witch! A witch, I say. So we went to Komagata, we went to Michio's house. That leaves Midoricho Park. Bob's Mackenzie. Yo. We're here. This is Midoricho Park. Ayame Tono lives around here. She wasn't in her apartment when I dropped by this morning. I wonder if it's worth checking again. Oh. Well, is that a little hint? There's a sus person over there. This place is connected with the story of the Taiko of Suguru. Not only that, Katsushika Hokusai's house was also in this area. That might be why Ayame chose to live here. Midoricho Park. Legendary artist Katsushika Hokusai is also believed to have been born in the vicinity. Oh. 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 I found you. Oh, good going, ma'am. You found the haiku. That's a rare one. Ha. Is it now? Haiku. This bird is haiku. It writes poems about birds, about birdies who are hard to find. This is the haiku. Coo, coo. That looks like a regular ass pigeon to me, though. Mockingbird number 7. Well, at least it wasn't completely worthless. Coming here. It seems picking up Ayame's trail is out of the question for now. Why do we even come here? It's always heartwarming to see children playing in the park. Richter seems to like kids. Perhaps they're on the same wavelength. Ha! Won't get much done here standing around. Why don't I go and check out Ayame's apartment? You don't mean to speak with her, do you? No. I'd prefer to get an idea of what she's been up to. I'd like to see whether she's been home or not, just to potentially get a trace on her movements. Then be my guest. Okay. I shouldn't be long. Fool! I'm back, ma'am. So, nothing? I'm afraid so. She still hasn't returned. However? I noticed a few people who seem to be related to the police force keeping watch in the area. I don't know if they got eyes on her apartment, but they do appear to be watching the building it's in. Interesting. You've got a sharp eye to have noticed them despite being so covert. What can I say? It's part of the job. However, it meant I had to refrain from knocking on her door or looking through her windows. I wasn't able to check her electric meter or mailbox either, unfortunately. You were planning to go that far? Clever. Clever! To Michio! Near the Shiraishi. I doubt anyone's still living here. Richter saw me. Oh, so you came here too. What is it? It's the police officers. Oh, called. Could you repeat what you know one more time for me, Richter? What about the candy store? I don't know. Wasn't an option. And now, we're here when timelines converge. With dusk fast approaching, they have no time to waste. With that in mind, Satsumi and Eryo direct their investigation towards Komagata High School and the Shiraishi. Two funky cops. One isn't Jesus. The other one is wearing a wig. I won't tell you who's who. Whee! Seems like Michio's house is the end of this road. We don't want to intimidate them, so maybe I should go alone. So, the Shiraishi household. There's a chance that Michio didn't actually kill herself. It might be for the best that we didn't find her parents. The houses are really crammed together in these narrow alleyways. Strangers like us walking through definitely stand out. It really feels like old Tokyo. Ario's checking the Shiraishi household into the road. This street's real narrow, so two big guys like us would stick out like a pair of sore thumbs. Birdie, 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 birdie. Birdie! Do-do-do-do! Mockingbird. Ah. What would the mockingbird say about me, chat? What would it say? Huh? It's quiet. This place is normally pretty lively, full of people coming and going. But it seems like everyone's decided to stay inside because of the recent incidents. Alright, I'll go check the house. Oh, you're back. No luck, boss. No one home? It doesn't look like it. I knocked for a while, but nobody came to the door. I glanced in the windows, but there was no sign of activity inside either. And I saw about 3 newspapers stuffed into their mailbox. Ariel looking kind of disappointed. Not much we can do if they're not home. Let's go somewhere else. Ouch, Zio. Ouch. Here we are, Komagata High. Classes are suspended for the day, so the students are just kind of wandering around aimlessly. Ideally, we could talk to someone who was involved in the incident. Easier said than done, though. This place isn't only connected to the case because the students were under Yoshimi's jurisdiction. Also, the site of the Fool's Procession, and of course, where that teacher was killed. Seems a likely place to find some clues, don't you think? The news of the dead teacher has also attracted a fair share of rubbernecks. Or I guess rubberneckers. The atmosphere is kind of tense with this many cops around. Bird, 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 bird. No birds. Alright, speaking of schools. What is it? You said Paranormal Affairs can't help us right now. So why don't we get that psychic high school you mentioned to help us? A lot of people involved in this case lead back to this school anyway, so it might make things easier to have them with us. You're a guy who questioned me on the legality of working with them. You sure seem eager to exploit underage labor. Hey, who's saying about exploiting them? I just want to give our young experts the opportunity to shine. When did you become such a smooth talker? Anyway, I'm afraid I don't know where they are. Oh, I see. I wonder if there's anyone who could help us scout out the area. Scout it out. School gates will stay locked while forensics inspects the scene of the incident. Looks like they're still busy. Let's talk to the person in charge later. Suspend! Suspend! Wait, gymnasium. Komagata High's gymnasium also serves as a polling place and an evacuation center. A lot of the buildings around here are still made of wood. So this place looks safe and sturdy, and definitely won't go up in flames spontaneously. That would be crazy. I'm leaving you in suspend. Whoa, Kevin! Birthday's tomorrow. Nice. Oh, Spider-Man 2 in a week. No way. That fast? Holy crap. And so, Mio, Kurosuzu, and Yako Sakazaki decide their next location would to investigate. Okay, hold on. And so, oh yeah, there they are. No problem, Tempest. I just had to put them there. Here we are, Komagata High School. Classes are suspended for the day and the students are just wandering around. How do I skip text? I don't know what key it is. Can I tell here? Options, controls, cancel, backspace, use curse. Q! Oh wow, I can Q. Auto page up. What? Why is it page up? That's weird. Well, it looks like there's no skip. Fair enough. Thank you, Light. Do I get a gold star? I should get a gold star. Huh? That's... Boss, what is it? You want to go talk to those girls? I do! Yeah, I do. This is divine intervention. I'm a god! We were brought here for a reason. Come on, Ario. Huh? What? Sure, Goat. Just for you. Boop. Well, not just for you. Hey, aren't you... You must be that high schooler skirting the child labor laws who I've heard so much about. Say that again? Sorry about that. He's with me. I assume that was mislabeled. Sorry about that. He's with me. Mr. Tsutsumi, if that's how you feel, maybe you should look into improving my working conditions. I'd prefer not to work for free, to be honest. Hey, don't you worry about that. If you help us out, you can have whatever you want. Boss's treat. Wait. Really? Thank you so much. I've always wanted to go to a fancy sushi place. Ooh, yeah, like one of those places in Ginza? I've never been. Let's go. We got ourselves a deal, right, boss? The girls are at our service. Oh, hold on now. What just happened? Sushi? Looking forward to it, boss. Wait, since when were you included? You guys are funny. You should do stand-up. They're a manzai act. Sushi, huh? Well, if that'll solve the case, it's a small price to pay. I'll just expense it to Paranormal Affairs later. This is one hell of a coincidence, huh? That this random girl you know is already involved with the case? Huh? You want to talk to me? You'd probably better talking to Mio. Forensics is still investigating the area. I didn't really want to bring these kids to a place like this, but there were too many onlookers outside for us to speak comfortably. Besides, it'd be good to have Mio look around the scene too. Birdie in the sky. Birdie, where you hide? No bird. What's that rope all about? It indicates where Jonouchi's body was found. They've moved his body, but this way we still have an idea of how he was found. Yikes, that's a little gross. You can even see how his arms and legs are all... Ugh. Cool it, Ariel. You're scaring her. This kind of stuff is a little much for a kid. Hey, I'm pretty sure she only asked because you were staring at it so intently. All right, that's enough. Mia, what do you think? I knew it the second I looked at the scene. You're right, traces of a curse still linger here. I figured as much. Does that mean Jonouchi was killed by one of the curses of the 7 mysteries? Yes, a strong curse like that always leaves behind a trace. Wow, Mio, you're so calm. Are you used to this kind of thing? I wouldn't say I'm used to it. It just comes with experience, I guess. No, I've heard stories about you. Didn't you investigate a gruesome scene where someone had been killed by a paranormal attack without even breaking a sweat? Stop it, Mr. Tsutsumi. She's gonna get the wrong idea. I just happen to know a lawyer who really liked to show his badge, and he brought me around to a bunch of crime scenes. I did some, spirit medium shit, okay? There's a different chapter in my life. I saw a bunch of dead bodies. Jesus. Wow, that's amazing, Mio. You're a professional. You think? Stage feints or die on stage. You make sure your limbs lay at awkward angles. Adds to the effect. Ooh. Totally. You're cool even in the face of death. That's awesome. When you put it like that, I'm not sure how awesome it is. So, how much have you been able to figure out? Well, I know what happened around midnight last night. Someone invoked the Feast of Shadows, which boosts the power of curses, then brought forth the 7 mysteries of Honjo. That allows even those who do not have the power to cast curses to gather soul dregs for the rite of resurrection. At least, that's my hypothesis. Sounds about right so far. As I'm sure you know, there are actually 9 mysteries, not 7. When the Feast of Shadows was cast, the cursed stones appeared before those who wanted the rite at the locales of the 7 mysteries. We've managed to gather 3 curse stones so far, including the one I got first, the Evergreen Beach. You got 3 already, wow! We have the cursed stone of the Fool's Procession. Well, Yako, the girl standing behind me, does. That's me, Yako, the girl standing behind Mio. She does. Is she alright? We could take it off your hands. Well, the Feast of Shadows has no effect during the day, and there's still something I want to find out. Alright. I'll leave the Fool's Procession with you two then. Odd. Hard to imagine Tsutsumi leaving something so dangerous with the high school girl, even if it is during the day. There's no guarantee you can get it back later, you know, with all the crazy shit going on. I figured you want to take it right away. Thank you. Please keep collecting the other curse stones. I'll be looking for a way to stop the Feast of Shadows. Okay, got it. That should make things more smooth. What about the other curse bearers? Have you run into any of them? Well, last night at school. You were here last night? Well, yes, you see. And so they told everything that happened last night. Huh. You two were using a spirit board? That's so cool! So that's when you ran into the curse echo. I'm glad you survived the encounter. Somehow, we managed to get away without accidentally setting it off. What if Mio has a curse stone and isn't telling anybody about it because Mio wants to resurrect somebody? The curse echo we saw was took the shape of a woman missing an arm and a leg. Oh no! It seems to be more and more likely to be the janitor. What? A woman missing an arm and leg? That's the haunting clappers, baby. You ever heard a one arm, one leg clap? It's haunting. It's haunting. The one-sided read. The one-sided read. This is bad. Ario's looking right fucking at me. Huh? What's so bad about that one? You idiot think the curse bearer of the one-sided reed is... No Mio. I was gonna say Mio. Yeah. I don't know if I should say this out loud. Fumichika Najima. He admitted it himself. That's his curse. Oh yeah, that's right, dude. But wait, if that's the case... Najima might have been here last night. What? I mean, it's possible he was lying to us, but... What? A serial killer who kills high school girls at a high school? Impossible! Who's Najima? No clue. Sure. So, Najima's trying to take advantage of the Feast of Shadows for his own nefarious purposes. Huh? He said he's going to massacre the city at sundown today? And he's trying to get your daughter too? That's why I've been trying to find him, but to no avail. Honestly, this information has been the most useful we've gotten so far. So just to be sure, could you tell me who else was at the school last night? Well, as far as we know, there was Mr. Jonochi and one of our classmates, Hitomi. Oh, don't forget Old Man Ashimiya. Good Old Man Ashimiya. It couldn't possibly be Old Man Ashimiya, and I would have gotten away with it too, if it wasn't for you meddling kids and your birds. Wait, Hitomi. Do you mean Hitomi Okuda, second year student? Well, yes, why? Boss, so she was here last night. I saw Hitomi earlier though, and she didn't seem like a curse bearer to me. You did? Did you talk to her? Yes. Would you mind if we asked you a few questions about that? Hitomi said she didn't want to talk to the police because she was afraid that she'd become a suspect. So I can't tell you anything unless you swear you won't drag her into this. I see. Don't worry. This is about a different matter. A different matter? You mean about that police officer, Mr. Yoshimi? You know about that. Did Hitomi say something about him? Yes, she did, actually. Sure. Hitomi did say that Mr. Yoshimi, entrusted her with something. He did? What was it? The red herring? I mean, it seems pretty obvious. So it could actually be good old man Ashimiya. I think it's a child on the loose. Yoshimi gave her a talisman. Yes, apparently he asked her to look for another one just like it, one that Michio had. What kind of talisman could they be, boss? It doesn't ring a bell. Hello, Holly. But if Yoshimi was talking about him with his dying breath, it must have been pretty important. Did they find a talisman on Michio where her body was found? I'll check. If they did, Yoshimi would have had plenty of time to retrieve it before he died. Right. Would you consider giving us Hitomi's contact information? I'd like to talk to her about this talisman. I'm not sure. She never opened up to anyone except Mr. Yoshimi. No good, huh? I was friends with Yoshimi, though. You don't seem like too bad of a guy. Not all that scary for a cop. But I doubt that'll be enough for her. She really doesn't want to end up becoming a suspect. To be honest, she was even a bit wary of us. Well then. Do you think she'd talk to Yoshimi's fiancé? Haven't they met before? Oh, they have. She told us about that. She might be willing to talk to her. Alright, we better find her fast then. You haven't been able to reach her? That's a little worrying. Maya Chozawa. We'll let you know as soon as we manage to contact her. Okay, I'd be willing to give Hitomi's contact information to her. Oh, right, one more thing. Hitomi told me that Mr. Yoshimi gave her instructions in the event that something happened to him. He told her to give the talisman to Mr. Nakagoshi from the police headquarters. What? So it was a Nakagoshi case. Why would Yoshimi tell her that? Could you check on that? I will, but, well, I don't know if they'll pick up when I call. Is he with the Paranormal Affairs Bureau? Well, yeah. Nakagoshi's the chief, but he's almost never in, so I don't really know the guy. To be honest, I'm not even sure if he exists, or if he's just a figurehead. Never spoken to him myself. All of Paranormal Affairs cases are referred to as Nakagoshi cases. Jeez, what's up with that? New character? Kind of. We know about him. Apparently he's like never in the office, but channels his consciousness through a white bird or something in the office. So people are always talking to the bird. If we're talking about people at the school last night, there was one more person, though I'm not too clear on the details. There was someone else. Apparently, Hitomi actually saw Mr. Jonochi getting cursed and killed last night. What? Talk about some vital information. What she said happened was... Oh, the fiancé? We have the fiancé's portrait. Michio was the one who killed Mr. Jonochi. Are you sure it was really Michio that she saw? Well, that's what she told me. I wasn't there. That must mean there's another curse bearer here last night. Jonochi was killed by a curse, so someone had to have been here, whether it was Michio or not. Damn, boss. Do you really think it could have been Michio's ghost? I mean, based on what we heard, she does have plenty of reasons to be vengeful. Calm down. Just because the paranormal exists doesn't mean just anything is possible. Oh yeah. We have the fiancé's profile already. We read it a while ago. She's got short hair, luscious lips, right? It's still possible that Nijima's behind Jonochi's death. But what about Hitomi's story? About this janitor, Ashimiya. How old is he? Do you know how long he's worked here? Huh? Why are you so interested in him all of a sudden? I only just transferred to school, though, so I have no idea. He's around 50 years old. He came to our school about half a year ago. No one knows what he did before, so there are all kinds of rumors about him. I see. Thanks. I'm starting to get a better picture of all this. Huh. Listen up. It's not uncommon for former prisoners to find work under an alias after their release. The notoriety attached to their former name can get in the way of a proper rehabilitation, you see. What are you... No way! Ario. Had the officers apprehended the janitor? He worked the night shift, so he still might be in the overnight room. Yeah, right away. He gone! Sounds like they've been looking to question Ashimiya too, but they couldn't find him anywhere. No. That all but confirms it. Just one more thing to check. Are there any photos of this Ashimiya? The old man seriously hated getting his picture taken. He always avoided it. Pretty suspicious. Ario, call an urgent search for Makoto Ashimiya. Can't let him get away. Yes, sir. I'll contact HQ right away. The police would definitely know his new name. Do we know his new name? I know he could have taken another fake name, but... Oh my, I didn't expect this at all. Yeah, how could that old man have been some horrible criminal mastermind? I can't believe it. And a curse bearer on top of that. To think he was so close to us this whole time. Oh, gives me chills. A guy like that really shouldn't have been allowed to work at a high school. Let's hope it isn't already too late. Ashimiya? Amiyasha? Inuyasha? Kagome! Oh! I may have shown Ashimiya my curse stone last night. What? I don't like this one bit. Najima did say he wasn't specifically targeting curse bearers, but... I'm glad nothing happened to you. Wait, but then, could it have been old man Ashimiya who attacked you in the hallway? I almost told him that you were still in the building, too! I mean, it could be a red herring, but like, that's a lot of evidence. Because remember that one time we did tell him that Mio was inside, and Mio got like fucking killed? I think Mio got like cut in half too, didn't she? There's a lot of blood. What? You did? Yikes, good thing I didn't say anything. You might have gotten very lucky there, kid. She was missing an arm and a leg when we found her. That's, we're moving beyond circumstantial evidence for sure. That said, I can't help but think there's some kind of darkness following her around. This is too much. I hope they find him soon. Come on, long arm of the law, help us. Oh, shoot. To put a stop to the Feast of Shadows, it would help if I knew more about the curses of these 7 mysteries, or how these 7 mysteries came about. In that case, you're probably best off talking to that crabby researcher guy. You mean Mr. Ara Ara? I would very much like to talk to him. Oh, right. He's a teacher here too, isn't he? You would know him already. He might be more inclined to talk if it's one of his students doing the asking. No, he really actually hates us. Do you know where he is? I do. We tried to talk to him, but he refused to cooperate. But you two should give it a try. He's at his usual cafe working on his papers. The cafe? Oh, Kurokyo Cafe in Kamezawa. Thanks, we'll head over there now. School rules say we're not allowed to go to cafes, though. What? What? Don't worry about it. I'll allow it. Thank you. Huh, that's all it takes, huh? There must be a mastermind behind everything. Someone who orchestrated all this for a reason. 80s cafes were different? Oh yeah, with all the cigarettes and sex and drugs and Scrabble and birthday cakes? I don't know. I want to find out why. Shoot. That amulet who told me was looking for may be the missing puzzle piece to this mystery. Well. What was that thing you mentioned earlier about, Michio? Something about a grudge? Did you know anything about her? What's your relation? I'm her friend. I was actually planning to resurrect her at first. Ah, I see. I gained quite a lot of information about you two. Oh, it's Mahjong. They're playing Mahjong, of course. That's why. Gotta keep the kids away from Mahjong. Way too addicting. Way too addicting. Just be a mess. Ruin their whole lives. Gained quite a lot of information from you two. It's only fair we share it as well. Tell her, Ario. Alright. Keep in mind, this is just a theory, though. A game theory. Oh. After re-examining the crime scene, Yoshimi concluded that Michio's death wasn't a suicide, but a vehicular collision. Wait, what? An accident? Being hit by a speeding truck or van would have resulted in similar injuries. The investigation was ordered by Yoshimi, so it seems he got his doubts about it being a suicide. What? A van? Speeding? Yako? Yako? Yako! Yo! Yo, we're totally possessed by Michio. Yako killed Jonochi. A van, there's a young man. A young man. There's no need to feel down. In the driver's seat. In the passenger seat. A woman? Did her fucking parents run her over? That would be like the greatest, worst thing to ever happen. Like parents of the decade. Holy shit. Amazing. Yes. Wait, was I? Are you back now? How do you feel? You're covered in sweat. Huh? Yeah, I'm okay, I think. Sorry, I went a little crazy there. Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, you are driving a van. I said, young man, it breaks when you're running down a high schooler. Ba, 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 ba. We're gonna hit the high schooler with the van. Ba, ba, da, 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 da. High schoolers with the van. No problem, as long as you're okay. It's quite the surprise, though. There's no need to slow down. There's no need to wear frown. 'Cause she's gonna be haunt her school. Yoshimi talked to you about Michio, didn't he? Well, he didn't give me any specifics if you're wondering about that. So I don't know what was truly on Michio's mind either. Right. Do you have any idea why Jonochi was so scared of Michio? Well, about that. It's fun to stay at the "You're in the way, I've gotta speed up or else." I'm not sure exactly how to put this, but... I see. Well, I half expected it was something like that. Thank you for telling me. Sorry, it's hard to explain. I wonder if he got his hands on... I wonder what he got his hands on, being able to blackmail her like that. Oh, it certainly couldn't be about the kidnapping of a certain housewife's son. Michio, what happened? Oh, Michio. Michio, oh, Michio. Wherefore art thou, Michio? Jonochi was almost definitely killed by a curse. But I wonder about the exact cause of death. If the curse's origin and the cause of death are connected, it could give us another lead. Hey boss, Forensics is calling. I'll go see what they have to say. Sure, thanks. Boss, they found this on the ground a short distance away from the scene. What is that? A ribbon. Yeah, the kind used to tie up your hair. What? I've seen that ribbon before. You have? Go on then. That's the ribbon that Michio always used to wear. What? Doesn't that mean that Michio was here? Are you sure? Definitely. I have the same one at home. We bought them together. That has to be hers. Unless yours isn't home anymore, girl. Then, did she come back to life somehow? Come on, Tsutsumi. But how? If I was Michio and I came back to life... If I was Michio... Oh, if you were Michio, Yako. If I was Michio and I came back to life... How many people have I killed today? Myself. Where would I go? That's the question. She got her revenge on Jonochi, but she may have more revenge to dish out. Is there anyone else she'd have a grudge against? Well, what about that guy who killed her in the collision, huh? If she really did come back to life, then it's terribly sad that she's spending her new chance at life like this. Being obsessed with revenge is such a tragic way to live. I love Sue's arms up, yo, what the fuck portrait, right? I'm afraid that's all we can tell you. Don't worry. You were a big help. Thanks. We should start our search for Najima and Mayo Chozawa. Mayo Chozawa kind of sounds like my chihuahua. It might be worth it to check out Michio's house as well, just in case. Let's use the school as our base of operations. If anything happens, go to one of the officers hanging around there. Got it, and thank you and good luck. We'll go talk to Mr. Ara on the way to lift this curse. Alright, boss. Let's get going to where it is that you want to go. Chunky scrunchies. They gotta be scrunchy scrunchies. Busting windows, baby. Oh, wow. Seaman of the sea. Dead or alive. Ma'am, allow me to introduce one of our country's most elite detectives. The name's Junario. I hardly call myself elite, but either way, it's nice to meet you. This here's the brilliant Chief Inspector Tsutsumi. And yes, he's just as rough and tumble as he looks. Sometimes I really don't know if you're complimenting me or putting me down. You like jazz, chat? So you two are detectives. This is my client, Mrs. Harue Shigima. Shigima? Whoa, I had an aneurysm there, hold on. Shigima. Yeah, Shigima. Huh. Her father's a big deal in the police himself, so remember to mind your manners. A bigwig named Shigima? But boss, do you know of this guy? Shit, I've heard the name, but you know I don't keep track of who's who in the upper echelons. There's no need to worry. I fucking hate my husband, okay? Oh, did you hear that, boss? Looks like we're getting off easy again this time. Don't make it sound like I'm involved in some shady business. It ain't like that. Hello, Maddie. You both seemed rather jovial despite being detectives. How rare. All the police officers I've met have always been so dull. Like my husband, whom I hate. Well, you won't find any dull cops here. We'll round up all your criminals with a smile. That's our motto. Well, how about you fucking round up the one who killed my son, huh? How about that? Just that one. Just one. Is that so much for one housewife to ask? How lovely. Keep it up. Just hold on one second. This is the first I'm hearing of that. Wow. You're right about them not being your typical detectives. Bird! 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 Damn, there was one here? Lucky, that's number 12, the Royal Kingpin Guin. Oh, is that so? Oh, I love you! I'm going home, baby! Look at you. Look at you in all your glory. Oh, Royal Kingpin Guin. Gwyn. Gwyn, 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 Gwyn. Gwyn. Ah, I love you, Gwyn. It seems like they're acquainted. It also seems like they haven't talked in a long time. Oh, I'm a lady. Young and energetic detective. He seems to have a strong sense of justice. If my son had the chance to grow older, perhaps he would have become an officer just like him. That's her son! That's my son! He seems like he's got a lot of experience working the streets. Most of the officers I know are the bureaucratic desk jockey types. The contrast is rather striking. That's our sunlight! They're anime characters. They could be any freaking age. He's a 1,000-year-old dragon, okay? And this dude is a 5-year-old in a meat suit. That's how anime works. This guy, he's a 34-year-old lady. I guess knowing how to deal with cops is also part of an investigator's job. Not quite. Two of us used to be comrades is all. Comrades? That's right. Richter used to be part of the police force himself. He quit a few years ago to go solo. Is that so? You should give it a try, Ariel. There's more freedom in working as a private investigator. Can't say much for the quality of life, though. It's been 2 years, right? I hadn't heard from you since you quit. Didn't think your business would last, but here you are. You sure you don't want to return to the force? We'll take you back with open arms. What? Sit on my ass and watch the birds fly? I'll take a pass. I don't belong in that world. I don't know why I stay here some days. Because you got nowhere better to go. Come on, Richter. We need your talent. The public needs you. Nah, you don't. This is my calling. The police will manage just fine without me. I'll keep on tying up all your loose ends, saving the little birdies you abandoned. I thought we might cause trouble standing in the middle of the street talking like this, but so far we haven't drawn attention. Then again, that might just be because nobody wants to get involved with the case. What brings you here, Richter? You want a case? That's right. I'm picking up the police's slack. I trust you remember the kidnapping and murder case from last year? Oh, I remember now. You're that Haruo Shigima from the kidnapping case. Huh? Did I miss something? Don't be an idiot. It's the case where Munesada Shigima's grandson was kidnapped. Which must have been your son, ma'am? Oh, indeed. The story was suppressed by the news. In the end, it was considered a huge failure on the police department's part. Most of the investigation was conducted in secret. And unfortunately, the department's unwilling to reopen the case. Any investigation carried out afterwards turned up nothing at all, which is why I'm now on the job. So they never caught the culprit, huh? That's rough. So your findings have brought you to this place then? That's right. An individual connected to the case used to live around here. Used to? That's right. As of last week, they're deceased. We'd hope to talk to the family. No one was home when I checked last time, so I figured we'd try again. Interesting. It sure doesn't look good on the police to be mishandling cases like these. If there really was a culprit, it should be our responsibility to bring them to justice. Well, I do consider the police my people. So, you consider the blame to be shared? You've got a stern side as well, I see. By the way, ma'am, this might be sudden, but there's something I'd like to confirm with you. And that is? Do you happen to know anything about the 7 mysteries of Hanzhou? Oh, shit. I'm sorry, Chief, but that's hardly... With all due respect, investigator, I think my question was addressed to the lady. If you insist. What do you say, ma'am? Can you tell us anything? Can't say I know much. Is that so? Well, I'm sorry for the intrusion. Come to think of it, I heard some things about this area last night. Something about a strange yet conspicuous man dressed in white loitering around. Wait a second! Killer, right? I know. Oh, curses don't work during the day. Damn it. I assume they're talking about you, investigator. Well, I won't argue that I'm strange and conspicuously dressed in white. And as it turns out, I was here last night to conduct my investigation. Did you run into anything strange or out of the ordinary? Out of the ordinary, I guess I did observe a few suspicious characters. You were asking about curses just now. Why would a public servant be interested in the occult? Boss, Richter's a smart man. He can help us if we tell him what we know. I can't promise I'll be of any help to you, but I'm interested in hearing what you've got to say. Something is happening in Hanzhou, isn't there? It must be something big if they've got you head office guys on it. Well, I guess it's all right. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Thanks, boss. Listen closely to what we're about to say, Richter. An intervention, Jose? One of those bars they have fundraisers at. It's just Clay's bloodlust. Yeah, but like secretly an intervention. Huh. So by using curses to commit murders, these people collect soul dregs to perform the rite of resurrection. This is novel and fresh information for me. And these curse stones are somehow connected to the 7 mysteries of Hanzhou. It's a tough story to swallow. I don't see a reason to doubt you either. Yeah, we figured the strange occurrences happening around here recently are connected to these curses. To get this situation under control, we've been searching for the curse bearers to confiscate their curse stones. Do you have any information on what might help us? That's tough. Never expected curses and other mumbo-jumbo to play into this all. But, if we're talking about shady characters, have you met Haruo? She's shady as fuck. There was this middle-aged fellow I saw on South Watagasui Street. Had an average build. He was anxious, like he was searching for prey. I think he might have been a simp. Boss, what do you think? Oh, considering the location, it could have been Hideki Araishi. We already got his curse stone. Oh, impressive! You two are working quick. Did you see anything else? Not that I can remember. That's a shame. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Why do people only lie during the day? I can't believe you're actually part of the police force. There's a story behind everything, ma'am. I don't regret my time in the force. I wouldn't have the connections I have today without it. If you see any characters who look like they might be carrying a curse stone, it'd be a huge help if you could let us know. Absolutely. I'll let you know if I find anything. Did you just wink at me? What? No. No. Richter, perhaps you could lend a hand on our case too. There's a number of people who we can't track, and finding missing persons happens to be your specialty, no? I hate to disappoint you, but I'm busy enough with this case. The faith of my clients is what keeps me afloat. I have to prioritize requests by the order in which they come in. I see. Well, can't say that's not fair. What do you need a private investigator for anyway? The cops should have plenty of bright folks to throw at the job. True, but this isn't an ordinary case we're dealing with here. Is that an unintentional pun based on both their curses? Maybe. Huh. By the way, that reminds me, Richter. Yeah? You said the person who used to live here died last week. You wouldn't be referring to Michio Shiraishi, would you? You knew. I thought so. It seems like we're here for the same reason then. Seriously. Michio was involved with curses and magic? Strictly speaking, the curse part isn't our concern. We're looking to Yoshimi's case. Yoshimi? Oh, right. Hajime Yoshimi's. That's right, he died in the job. I'm sure you've heard of it. I heard it. It was a most unfortunate loss. So there's a connection between Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division and Michio. Well, hold on. Let's focus on Michio for a second. You think she had something to do with the kidnapping? Talk about unforeseen developments. Exchanging information should prove mutually beneficial. I'll tell you what I know, but in turn I want the full scoop on your findings concerning Michio. Sure, to tell you the truth. What? You believe Michio's ghost was the one who killed Mr. Jonouchi? So he wasn't just mumbling nonsense? I mean, we haven't fully confirmed anything yet, but the testimonies we've heard and the evidence we've found point in that direction. Testimony? You mean from those, psychic high schoolers? Didn't they also say there was a chance Michio hadn't killed herself? Wait, if that's all true, then... Did you figure something out? Whoa! Kankichiro Iwai! Huh? Kankichiro Iwai. He'll be the next victim. We have to open the door to the Shiraishi's house. We need to look inside. Hey, what's gotten into you, boss? I'm sure the landlord would give us the key if we asked. Screw that. You know how long that could take? We can ask for permission later. Richter? Hey, Richter, calm down. We can't just... Dude, curses don't really work during the day anyway. Take that, you shitty door. That's how you do it. Flexing on the door. Richter, get a hold of yourself. I see you're still the same as always. Everyone, come quick. Look at this. Oh, damn! Whoa, what's up with this room, boss? There's a dead body in here. That's a line. Wait, was there a bird? Whoa! What's up with this room, boss? There's a dead body in here! The most jobber line ever. Whoa. Could that be Michio's dad? Nah. He's her stepdad at best, if that. It's got to be the body of Kankichiro Iwai. There's no doubt about it. This man's a goner. He's gotten real messed up. Looks like he's been like this for a while. I'd say it happened last night. Ario, did you find Jonouchi's body in the same state? So because we busted in here without a warrant, we can't use that body as evidence, right? Now that you mention it, it looked as though Kohei Jonouchi had died from a number of heavy blows. What are you suggesting, investigator? It was Michio Shiraishi. She's alive. She used the power of the curses to get back at the men who ruined her life. That's ridiculous. You're suggesting she actually revived? It's gotta be that. And if she's alive, then... Dang, Yako was busy. Oh, my apologies for interrupting. I know we've just arrived at an interesting plot point. But do you really think a dead girl is going around taking revenge from beyond the grave? Consider this. What if Michio Shiraishi never died? But seeing as how you've come this far, I'm sure you already know the truth, don't you? And so, I would have you answer me a question. Where in Honjo was Michio Shiraishi at the hour of 8 o'clock this morning? Well, out of all of these options, I gotta go with the candy shop, Sonoya. I mean, realistically, she couldn't be at Komagata Bridge, because it's a bridge named Komagata, and that's reason enough. Komagata High School has a similar issue to the bridge, but it's also a high school, and students don't like to be there. Michio Shiraishi's house is a shithole, so I can't expect her to be there. Honji Bridge is slightly better than Komagata Bridge, but it's also a bridge, and there's too many old people playing cards there, so not really a place for a dead teenager. Kinshibori Park is kind of forbidden, so I wouldn't put her there. The Shigima residence, well, Haruwe lives there, and Haruwe doesn't want any more kids after the accident, so I wouldn't put her there. South Watagasui Street's kind of a seedy place. The second most likely place you find a kid, but dead kid, but I mean lots of cars too, so Michio very afraid of cars after the other incident. Related. Mito Richo Park, also a shithole, and the birds there are spying for the government, so I don't think she'd be there. Former Yasuda Gardens, they were for like the Yasuda Gardens, and then Chuck Norris came here. Now they're the former Yasuda Gardens, so once again, if Michio was there, she would have got roundhouse kicked in the face. Ryogoku Bridge, once again. Bridges, what can I say? So I gotta go with Candy Shop Sonoya, #1 place to find a kid. Dead kid at the candy shop. I see. Very well. Congratulations. You are correct. Imagine if it's just a graveyard list. Honestly, I was my first thought before I saw the map was a morgue. I was like, where's the morgue? Is there a morgue in the police station? As expected, you got it in one go. Well, the cause of death was such, was it not? You must have noticed some time ago. Let's get back to the story then, shall we? I've taken up enough of your time. I love how they're like, at this point, you really should know what's going on with Michio here. If you don't, then we have an issue that we need to rectify. What? So you really think Michio Shiraishi's alive? Just think it all through and it all becomes obvious. That tracks, but you really think that girl could have managed all of this? First of all, Ario, go report this to HQ. Understood, I'll get on it right away. Candy Shop's Yako house, that's where she would be at this time. I know, right? Because Michio is inside of Yako, and also there's fucking super creepy pictures of Najima on the wall. I really don't like that. I don't like it at all. I'll start by investigating this place. It sure isn't lacking in stuff that needs looking at. There's a bunch of photos of the same person pasted on the wall over there. Huh? It's the thumb. Whoa, now, hold on. Those photos. Ah! These are all of Fumichika Najima. Gross. Really? Come to think of it, he was in the papers a lot back in the day. Oh, there's even more pasted up over there. These are all cutouts from newspapers and magazines about the Najima murders. I don't get it. Why the weirdo shrine? Let's keep looking around. Bird. 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 There's gotta be... Bird! Not bird? Would it be in bad taste to put a bird here? This place is disgusting. Michio Shiraishi really live here? There are lots of old books scattered everywhere. I wonder what they're about. Many of them are written in a foreign language. It'd be a pain to look through all these. Let's save it for later and look around. It's off-putting to look at, but can't help but wonder what in the world this is. They're magic runes. They're used in Western black magic rituals. Most of the time, they're useless imitations. I wouldn't get too excited about it. Oh my. Who knew the chief inspector was such an expert in the occult? I just chanced upon that information. That girl with the spirit sense we mentioned, she's pretty informed on the subject. Someone was attempting to perform Western black magic in this place. Pretty absurd if you ask me. Of course, the person in question was dead serious about it all. Western black magic. One discipline, however, was considered wicked and shunned accordingly. Black magic, the practice of using magical knowledge to strike a bargain with demons. So, like, if I wanted to summon a succubus, for instance. There's candles and stones with inscriptions placed all over. Are these tools for some ritual? That's horny magic. Ah, I see. Hey, don't touch anything, you hear? Ah, that's right. Considering this a murder scene, we gotta leave everything as is. All of this can be used as evidence. If anyone besides forensics toys with it, it'll cause trouble down the road. It looks like things spread around here have been like this for a while now. This ritual or whatever was something he attempted up to recently. Plenty of neighbors mentioned having heard the strange mantra-like noises coming here from here during the night. Wasn't it Michio's mom screaming? You think Iwai was the one chanting? Hard to say. Could have been one of the Shiraishis as well. If we look through these books in the back, we might learn whatever it is they were trying to do. This drawer is really old. Chief Inspector, do you mind if I look inside? Huh? I mean, in normal cases, only the police would be allowed to touch things, right? Oh, right. Aereo isn't here, so let me take a quick look at it. There's just clothes in here. Not much variety, either. Can't say they were big spenders. Well, I was hoping to find a kind of talisman in here, but I guess we're not so lucky. I see. Well, thank you anyway. With the window and storm shutter closed, no light gets in here at all. It's pitch black. Mom was screaming not to hurt her kid. Ah. The neighbors mentioned they started to keep the house shut like this not long ago. It's the same man in every picture. Is that Fumichika Najima? Wow, that's quite the spectacle. I don't think I'll ever manage to erase this from my mind. Me either! Don't worry, Richter. You're quite the spectacle yourself. Do you mean to compare me to the likes of a bizarre criminal? Oh. These aren't just cut from publications. They even snapped a number of shots of their own. They must have admired him. Why else would they have collected so many pictures? Whatever the case, it's certain they were obsessed. Oh. I totally forgot. Oh, not that button. Oopsie doopsie. I'm so bright. Good enough. Look at these pictures of Fumichika and Najima cut out from newspapers and magazines. Whoever put these up here is obsessed, no matter what their intent was. You think the Shiraishis are somehow connected to the Najima case? Perhaps they did this as to not forget a grudge or something. It's crazy to think that Najima might have been involved in all this too. You think he might have anything to do with the body here? Maybe. The man's already out on parole. He's a curse bearer with a curse stone now. He announced that from sundown today he'll be going on a killing spree. Oh dear. There's an emergency search underway as we speak, but no one's managed to get a hold of the bastard. So he hasn't changed his ways. That doesn't bode well. To tell you the truth, the lady here isn't completely unconnected from the Najima murders either. You don't say.
That's right. We talked about it last night. 20 years ago, I found the hand in Sumida River that brought the incident to light.
You don't say. You were the kid from back then. You were really brave. You did a good deed.
Were you the detective I spoke with? I had no idea.
Oh, so you two have met before. Fancy that. I've been worried that Najima might bear resentment towards you, ma'am. You might be right. Unfortunately, that asshole is quite the resentful type.
Oh dear, I'm in danger.
That asshole. I wonder who put the idea into his head. And now he's got the one-sided read, too. He's threatening to massacre the people of Honjo at sundown. Seriously. On top of that, he's been itching to get revenge on me as well. Of all things, the man's gone and threatened to kill my daughter. Damn, that's quite the threat. Certainly you can't afford to stay put here, then. The fucker wants to get us all antsy. When I finally get to arresting him, it'll be with a cool head. Not gonna give him the pleasure, huh? Well, if Iwai and Najima have anything to do with each other, then this room might hold a clue to Najima's location. Let's hope so. There's nothing around to confirm his identity, but from the looks of him, I'd say he's Kankichiro Iwai. You've seen him before? I heard he had a criminal record, so I assumed he wouldn't have held a respectable occupation.
Is this what a curse does to a person?
Well, technically, ma'am, yours would light people on fire, so it'd be a little different, but truthfully, just as gruesome, if not more.
It's amazing.
Tatsumi. Cruel is what it is, ma'am. Definitely not amazing, no siree. Alright, shut up. What do you say, Chief? Would you let me look through if I wore gloves? Well, it's not like I'm any help with foreign languages. Go ahead. Thank you. Huh. Seems to be a book on Western black magic. The same runes are written here alongside detailed descriptions of the procedures. I suppose you'd call these grimoires. It's all a bunch of nonsense if you ask me, though. You think this Iwai guy was studying them? Perhaps to perform some kind of ritual? There are a bunch of handwritten notes beside the grimoires. Whoever it was, they were serious about this. Iwai doesn't look like the type to be into this stuff, but shouldn't judge a book by its cover.
But why would he be studying black magic?
According to the materials, this here is a rune for the restoration of youth. Perhaps he was trying to become young again. And this over here seems to be black magic related to resurrection. Each one of these spells requires a human sacrifice. Talk about dangerous.
Resurrection? Like the rite.
I guess no matter what part of the world, people will turn to the occult for similar reasons. Oh! Is that Hen Honcho? What is it? This looks like a journal. It's probably Iwai's. A journal. His writing is surprisingly thorough. It's almost as if he was writing a report for someone! The high school teacher! Who else would you turn a report into? Oh, wow. Now this is something. What is it? What did he write? This is quite the find. Let me give you a summary. So, this Iwai fellow, he'd been searching for a spell to restore youth for years.
So he was into black magic from the start.
He believed if he could learn to successfully perform the spell, he could then use it to earn a fortune. To tell you the truth, it seemed like he was already getting funded after he acquired this grimoire. And who would want eternal youth? Why, of course, it's Old Man Shogo Okie, who used to be very old, but now is so supple and youthful. Delicious. Just kidding. It's... da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Where the hell are you? Nope. 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 What? She's here somewhere. What?
Oh god, what was her name?
Yamamori? Ah, this one. Baba. That's rude. Sorry. Why haven't I seen Yoko anywhere? I don't know. Probably hanging out with the Beatles. You don't say. This is starting to sound kind of familiar. But first, let's find out how he got his hands on this grimoire. It seems that Najima told him where he could obtain the book when they were both in prison. What? That's nearly too much of a coincidence. Likely not coincidence. It seems like Awai took an interest in the Najima murders after it made the news. He admired him rather passionately. You might even say he worshipped the man. Night, Sandra. Worship? Najima of all people. This was a time when students were itching to rebel. Anyone who did something to shake the world was bound to gather admirers. Awai had been collecting these photos ever since that time. And since he just so happened to land in prison at the same time as Najima, he made sure to get in contact. This is a lot. I mean, even having it all laid out like this. The thought of Najima being involved with these grimoires is staggering. I don't think we ever had anything pointing to that. What's the connection? Well, to be honest, it's a shock to me too. For years, we've been scratching our heads over the motives behind the Najima murders. Yeah, it's been a mystery to us from the very start. Whoa now, wait just 1 minute. Do you think? No way. Are you saying what I think you're saying? Are you saying the thing that I'm thinking right now? Because if you're thinking the thing that I'm thinking right now that you're saying, then holy shit. That's right. The murders might have been for a ritual. He was attempting to perform black magic. The instructions written down for the sacrificial offering match up exactly with the acts carried out by Najima. You've got to be kidding me. Hear me out. Najima is actually Michio. So that sadistic crap he was doing was all for black magic? That's what the evidence suggests. However, Najima tried to do some type of resurrection ritual, but Awai had different motives. Chief Inspector, you might think this is all stuff of fantasy, but that doesn't refute that Najima and Awai were both acting in earnest. This is batshit insane. You're telling me that nutjob did this all for some hokey-pokey resurrection? Shit. Resurrection! That means there must have been someone Najima wanted to bring back to life. Damn! That's it! That has to be it! Oh, fucking hell, it all makes sense now!
What? What is it?
Yeah, it's a good portrait. Or, like, image, I don't know. So about the Najima murders. There's some information that's been kept from the public. Go on. When we broke into his house and arrested him, we also found a baby. I thought they were gonna say a cat. I was like, if this man's been on a murder spree for his cat, I swear to God. Some people on the internet will like vindicate him or whatever.
A baby?
It was a girl. Looked about 6 months old, but she was covered in filth. She looked so weak and sickly. Called the medics right away. If we were a second later, I'm sure the girl would have died. So was Najima the father. He told us he found her under a bridge.
He found her? She was abandoned?
I've heard of parents threatening to leave their child under a bridge as a threat, but to think it really happens. Kind of like a sort of reed. In some sort of canal. Ooh, hello. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. 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 I suppose there are those cases with the dead newborns found stuffed in coin... Oh, God. Coin lockers. So it's not without precedent. Yeah, I do wonder if perhaps Yoko... Because Yoko's a girl? Yoko is a girl. Follow me down this rabbit hole, chat. Yoko. 1A girl. Mm-hmm. Yes, quite. Yoko, also someone who may have died at some point in time, but maybe now is alive, and who came back to life, which means that we are Najima, clearly. It's interesting they don't include ages, although now with an everlasting youth ritual, Paranormasight, I mean, anybody could be any age at this point. This guy's a teenager. Whatever the case, we never found out the truth. But there's one rumor from back then I could never get out of my mind. Could also be Michio, which would explain why her parents hated her so much. Sorry. And it's starting to sound more likely now. Well, I'm sure this isn't the first time we've heard it. Many believe Najima's guilty of more crimes than what got him convicted. Back then, a lot of girls went missing.
Yeah, I remember all of that.
Among the high school girls that might have been murdered, or maybe I should say sacrificed, was a girl who got pregnant. Or who was pregnant. Sorry.
Goodness. That's horrific.
He killed her. Dismembered her body. And we thought, maybe the baby we found is what he pulled out from inside of her. Don't misunderstand me. This is all speculation on top of more speculation, you hear? But I, for one, never believed that man would just take in a baby he found under a bridge.
I'm feeling sick.
Stay strong, ma'am. I know this is hard to hear. Like I said, don't take that to be the full truth. We were running on speculation back then. Now that this whole resurrection magic has come into play, we should consider the possibility it was his child. Oh. And maybe he was trying to revive whoever the mother might have been. It's just a theory, but my life would be a tad easier if it were true. That's an interesting thought. If there's anyone Najima would want to resurrect, a deceased wife is as good a guess as any. The fact that he obtained a curse stone suggests he has an interest in the rite of resurrection. Damn, you're right. And here I was thinking that he was only after the curse's power to massacre.
Chief Inspector?
Yeah.
What happened to the child?
Without a birth registration on file, best we could do is find the girl some suitable foster parents. It was decided to keep the circumstances secret for the sake of the child's future.
Well, I'm glad she was taken care of.
In before Michio was adopted. I don't mean to derail the conversation, but there's still more written in Iwai's journal. We know Iwai had managed to obtain a grimoire thanks to the advice he got from his idol, Najima, while in prison. After conducting research and gathering more information, he determined that he had a chance to get rich quick. Right. He thought he could make some money if he could successfully use rejuvenation magic. Correct. Thus, it turns out someone gave him the idea. And get this. It was the one and only queen and chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps herself, Natsue Yamamori. Wait, the chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps?
So, that's where this leads.
Here, let me read what he wrote. The Queen of Hihaku has a strange fear of growing old. Really? Strange. Her fear of death is even worse. If she does die, she wishes to be revived, and she will spend whatever it takes to preserve her beauty. Magic, rituals, and rites, she'll use whatever means necessary. Her tenacity is unbelievable. She was apparently investing money into any research on resurrection, the restoration of youth, and the like. So she would even throw her money at the occult. The places greed will take you. Well then, that brings us to Hideki Araishi. She presumably funded his research into the rite of resurrection as well. So that's what it all points towards. I wouldn't be surprised if the Witch of Hihaku pounced on the rumors of the rite of resurrection. It's starting to sound like. It might also be why she's spreading the rumor about having godly powers. It's a convenient cover for if she becomes young again. Godly powers. What's this all about? You can ignore that. Either way, I think Iwai took the payments he was getting for his research to seduce a family into taking him in to keep a low profile. The Shiraishi family, Michio and her mother, Toshiko, were just his unlucky marks. And this is where you get involved. Are you feeling steady, ma'am?
Huh? This has something to do with me?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Ma'am, please calm down. Iwai moved in with the Shiraishis to practice his magic. He needed a sacrifice to perform his youth restoration spell, but that meant extracting the life force from someone young.
Oh, no. So it was Iwai? This man?
Iwai worshipped Najima, so he must have also despised Najima's detractors. Not to mention he was captured and sent to jail once before. Surely he had a bone to pick with the police. So when he realized he had the chance to both avenge Najima, embarrass the police, and acquire a living sacrifice at the same time, fuck! You got it! Iwai kidnapped Haruo Shigima's son and managed to score 3 birds with 1 stone. Holy, oh god, that face!
You're telling me that horrid man, he never had the intention of returning my child.
I thought there might have been a reason why the kidnapper seemed to be mocking the police. He never wanted money. His aim was to humiliate the force. It all makes sense. He must have used Michio to lower your boy's defenses, and then kidnapped him on his way back home. Holy shit! Hi!
Man, he took Shuichi.
Ma'am, please calm down. I understand, but you must remember to breathe.
You don't fucking understand. You have absolutely no idea what I'm going through. This isn't a joke. I wouldn't expect the police to understand. You'll never understand. Living sacrifices, what a stupid, stupid idea from a stupid little man.
Okay, ma'am. Let's just take a moment to breathe. Why don't you go get some fresh air?
I can't believe this. This is...
Chief, I think it's best we take our leave. But before we go, there's one more important piece of information noted in his journal. Oh? Iwai got in contact with Najima last year, after Najima was released on parole. He provided him with accommodation and financial support. That's so. He managed to find a hideout for Najima to stay in. Damn it. If anything, rather than use his money to support the Shiraishis, it seems most of it went to Najima instead. If Najima's lurking around anywhere at the moment, it's probably in that hideout. Did he write where it is? Unfortunately, no, not that I could tell. But it seems Michio knew where it was. She never met with Najima in person, but she was made to go in and clean up other things. Clean up among other things. Oh. What good is that information? The girl's already dead. Wait. No! She's alive. That's right. Michio Shiraishi's alive. If you can I love this JoJo posing while talking about the information. Like, dude, chill. If you can find her and get her to talk, you can get her to spill the beans on this hideout, too. Investigator, I'm asking you. I should be going. The lady's not well. Oh! This is like basically everything that we've talked about so far. Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, so Kankichiro told had Toshiko perform the sacrifice ritual by threatening to kill Michio if she refused. Toshiko killed Shuichi in his sleep, but the spell failed, for which Kankichiro blamed her. Warning Michio to keep silent about the murder to avoid incriminating her mother, Kankichiro dumped the boy's body in a nearby river. The tiny corpse was found a week later in Sumida River after floating through several canals in Honjo. Having drifted for days in the polluted waters, little evidence remained. Although Kankichiro performed no further sacrifices, his devotion to black magic only increased. Toshiko and Michio spent their days consumed by guilt, forced to continue serving Kankichiro until the day they died. Fuck. Yeah, that's super sad. Did we know the mother was dead? I don't remember hearing that the mom died. Yeah, it's a little fucked. Maybe slightly more than a little. She was sent to a mental institution. Oh, she was hospitalized. Okay. I mean, geez. Are you feeling better now that we've gotten some fresh air, ma'am?
I'm fine. Suddenly finding out who the kidnapper was really made me lose my wits.
We managed to solve the kidnapping case by pure luck here.
You're right. But Richter? I feel grateful towards Michio.
Because she killed the kidnapper?
There's that too. But it's for something else. If Michio is the one killing all these people, then she must have acquired quite a sizable amount by now. Soul dregs, I mean.
Oh shit. I forgot this chick crazy.
Hey, Richter. Whether the kidnapper's dead or alive, it doesn't mean a thing. Revenge won't bring my boy back. And if Najima's planning to cause a massacre to collect soul dregs, then all the better. I won't give up on resurrection. So, I'm counting on you.
Ooh, boy. Oh my. Unfortunately, red is my favorite color. Right. Oh dear. Too much to handle? Goodness gracious. Seaman. The rite of resurrection is the inception of this whole affair. Yako and Mio decide to confront the man responsible for spreading the rumors of it in the first place. Hideki They find him at his frequent stomping grounds, the Kurokikyo Cafe. I can't wait to see what this cafe looks like. Ooh, a new location. Yo, this looks like a fucking Denny's. Richter ignoring all the red flags, like, I can fix her. I think it's Seaman Solomon. Bird! Oh, right. This twat. You know, normally you'd be breaking school rules just by stepping foot in a cafe. I'll be in hot water if you lied about having permission from the police. Remember that. We know. It'll be okay. So, what do you want to ask me? Are you gonna eat that? Mockingbird number 8. Oh shit, it's a gang. The Sparring Sparrow Bros. Yo, do you think those speakers amplify their farts? I'm surprised they have Denny's in Canada. Yeah, we got quite a few here. A cafe. I've never been to one before. How exciting. It's pretty smelly inside because of all the cigarette smoke, but... small coffee shop. Although formerly a relaxing location where classical and jazz music were played, the cafe has begun incorporating some pop songs into its playlist at the request of customers. The most popular menu item is pilaf served with black coffee, although cream soda topped with a large scoop of ice cream is also a popular choice. Fashionable cafes featuring jazz and live performances were in vogue in the mid-Showa era. When the number of cafes offering a carefully brewed cup of coffee in a relaxed atmosphere began to increase, many of these locations also have public telephones, making them convenient meeting places. However, they also developed a reputation as hangout spots for delinquents, leading a large number of schools to forbid their students from patronizing them. In recent years, table arcade games have become a big hit, affording cafes and installing them a steady stream of customers. So think Jazz Gin. Oh, the atmosphere here is certainly something.
Yako, if you would. Oh, right. I want to ask you about this.
Oh my! A curse stone! An Okame mask. That must mean the Fool's Procession. You two were at the school last night. Damn. There of all places. Yako, you're one of them. You're a curse bearer.
Please calm down, Mr. Arishi. Your reaction's too intense. It's kind of scaring me.
Sorry about that. I'm afraid I got ahead of myself. What is it you want to know about the curse stone?
What would be the best way to approach this?
Oh, intimidate him. Oh, man. Like, he's super gross, so, like, flattering him would probably work. This dude just wants daddy's praise so fucking bad. I want to intimidate him, though, because it would be really funny. I'm going to intimidate him.
You're going to tell us about this thing.
Is that any tone to take with a teacher?
I could always tell people you dragged us out into a cafe by force.
What? Are you threatening me? Oh, damn it, fine. Ask what you will.
Well, thank you. Let's see. Why is everything with the Rite of Resurrection and 7 Mysteries Curse Stones happening now?
Oh, taking an interest now that you've received one of the curses, have you? You sound like a researcher starting your questioning with your subject's origins.
Mr. Raishi, you're not the one who triggered the curse, are you?
No, I'm afraid I have nothing to do with that. Rather, I wasn't even attempting to do so in the first place. Completing the rite itself had nothing to do with my research.
Then, do you know the ancient Omyodo ritual known as the Feast of Shadows?
What is that? Something of the occult? Miss Kurosuzu, you look like the type to be interested in those things, but it's outside my field of expertise.
In that case, why do you think the rite and curses have appeared now? I believe this is the intentional work of someone.
It's certainly not something that would happen by accident. Why is it you want to know?
Well, he may not tell us anything if we say that we're trying to stop the curse. We need to make something up. Right.
This is a good image. Just like, make something up.
Well, you see, we just have such intellectual curiosity and, think it could really help your research.
I see. Now that you mention it...
Seems like he's reluctant to answer. Then how about...
Ask about his research.
Then, what does that record of fates that you've been researching say about the Rite of Resurrection?
Oh, I see. That's what you want to know. Allow me to first elucidate to you regarding the author of the Record of Fates. A special privilege, I might add, since I have yet to publish this in a paper.
Yeah, okay.
The Record of Fates was written 200 years ago, in the latter half of the Edo period. It was written by a skilled but little-known onmyoji called Seiman Tsuchimikado. Mikado. Sorry. This is important stuff. If nothing else, remember this.
Seiman Tsuchimikado. I've never heard of him.
Yeah, he was the other Takara no Koto Mikoto. Yamata Takara no Mikoto? Yamata Takara no Mikoto?
I'm sure you haven't. He was born into a famed onmyoji family, but split away to practice forbidden arts in secret. He used whatever name was most convenient for the situation, so his real name barely exists in records. Or so it was written in the Record of Fates.
I need to get back to Tokyo.
As brilliant as Seiman was, he was also an eccentric. He delved into researching the Rite of Resurrection, a legendary forbidden ritual that had never been completed. However, by involving himself with this forbidden ritual, he was expelled from his family, and eventually found himself in Honjo, in Edo. The Record of Fates are the writings of Seiman, recorded on the road to Edo.
I see. So he wrote how to perform the rite itself.
The Rite of Resurrection makes use of Abe no Seiman's specialty, the Taizan Fukan.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was the Tarzan fucking ritual, but that was Jane. I'm going to hell. Going to hell.
A means of communicating with the afterlife. It uses soul dregs to replicate the soul of a dead spirit that's been called.
Wow, I never knew something like that existed.
Thus, it is thought that the only ones who can use it are those with the ability to turn human souls into soul dregs in the first place. So, the Rite of Resurrection calls for that ritual to be performed in advance. Then, when the soul dregs are gathered and infused with the wish of whoever is performing the ritual, it can be completed. The content's written in the Record of Fates, and there.
There's no more? What about the 7 mysteries or the curse stones?
There's nothing written about them in the Record of Fates. The curse stones are separate from the Rite of Resurrection. Their curse is one used to enable the one who is unable to perform such rituals to be able to use the rite.
That's similar to what Mio said, actually.
Onmyoji. Shomonji. Who worked for the common folk. Oh. An officially appointed government position with the Bureau of Onmyo in medieval Japan. Onmyoji are tasked with performing divinations and rituals. Oh. Oh. How are the 7 mysteries related to the rite?
I just spent 10 minutes explaining that.
Excuse me, Mr. Araishi?
What is it, Miss Kurosuzu?
You published a theory before the incident took place. It said that the Rite of Resurrection and the origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo are related somehow. What proof did you have of that?
You really know your stuff. What about that? That was a somewhat sensationalized piece written for occult magazines.
Oh, really? It was just nonsense then?
Not exactly, rather. It's not a complete fabrication. There is basis for it.
And that is?
Well, I suppose there's no harm in telling a couple of students so passionate about the topic.
Oh, thank you.
This is something I discovered from referencing numerous texts unrelated to the Record of Fates. It was just after Seiman arrived in Honjo. There are records of a conflict over a ritual used to resurrect the dead in Honjo.
A conflict over resurrecting the dead? Like some sort of Holy Grail war?
I don't know the details. A man enticed the public with claims of a spell that could resurrect the dead, causing a conflict that ended tragically with 9 dead. And that is the only remaining reference.
9 people fighting over a resurrection ritual.
I call this tragedy the Hanjo incident, and it has long been a subject of my research. And I suspect that this Hanjo incident might be the very origin of the 7 mysteries of Hanjo.
So what you're saying is, the resurrection ritual at the root of the Hanjo incident is Seaman's rite of resurrection.
Yes, that is how the Record of Fates ties everything together. To put it in chronological order, first Seaman brought the rite of resurrection to Edo. We can assume that by this point, Seaman was likely using a different name. Then, in Hanjo, 9 people fought to the death over this rite. The Hanjo incident, TM. After that, the incident was covered up by an interested party, preventing it from being recorded in history fully. Eventually, it was passed down in incomplete pieces, becoming known as the 7 Mysteries of Hanjo * actually 9. That's more or less the course of events.
The Hanjo incident. Oh, we finally got 21 under the 7 mysteries. So these are just rumors of the last Holy Grail Rite of Resurrection War.
So that's how they're connected. Then if I'm getting this right, the 7 mysteries were basically required to gather the soul dregs necessary for the rite.
How are the 7 mysteries related to the rite?
I swear to God, little girl, I just spent the last 20 minutes explaining that. And there's more.
Right, Zero? I know.
With this more recent occurrence of the curse, I've become even more confident in my theory.
You are?
Yes. The reason for it being, the resentful memories of the 7 mysteries etched into those who received the curse stones.
Resentful memories?
Yako, if you really are a curse bearer, then when you obtained your curse stone, you would have had a resentful memory imprinted in your mind.
Oh yeah, I did.
Exactly. Those memories of what happened in the final moments of the 9 who died in the Hanjo incident.
Which one was hit by a truck?
Broadly speaking, they involve dying while bearing some kind of deep resentment. The 9 victims became the 9 curse echoes, which over time came to be spoken of as the 7 mysteries. Thus, gathering the resentful memories granted by the present curses and connecting them together, it will reveal once and for all what happened during the Hanjo incident.
Huh.
And that's why you must tell me about the resentful memory of your fool's procession, Yako.
Mio, should I?
7 did eat 9.
Yeah, I think it's okay. We know the information we can get. Okay, Mr. Aishi, I'll tell you about the memory of the fool's procession.
Excellent.
So basically it's about a woman who died from falling from a Yagura tower at a festival.
Interesting, yes. It's not that one then.
Not that one. What do you mean?
Among the 9 victims at the Hanjo incident, that is to say, the 9 curse echoes, one of them is Seaman himself, or so I suspect.
Well, obviously. Oh, hi. I mean, if there were 2, the one-sided read is not my first guess, but is probably the second. But I mean, yeah, the Evergreen Beach would probably be my best bet because it's about an outsider who came in and then told a bunch of lies. Lies.
Huh. Seaman was one of the victims of the Hanjo incident too. Meaning a Nomyoji as powerful as him also became a curse echo.
Right. It would make sense that the curse stone tied to a curse echo like that would be special.
The power of a curse stone is different based on the curse echo. Mio. Then maybe with Seaman's curse echo we could... Yes, we may be able to settle this whole situation.
Hey, what are you two whispering about?
Oh, nothing. Sorry. Mr. Araishi, how many of the resentful memories have you gathered so far?
I've learned a number of them. The Evergreen Beach, the Foot-Washing Mansion, the Ever-Burning Lantern, and now the Fool's Procession makes 4. Of those, the most important are the Foot-Washing Mansion and the Evergreen Beach.
And what are they about?
First, the Foot-Washing Mansion. An Onmyoji appears distinctly in this one.
Really?
But not semen, I'm afraid. A female Onmyoji who sought the right of resurrection due to her obsession with personal appearance.
Uh-huh. A certain Hihaku soap.
Her legs, which she had always taken pride in, were stricken with corruption after she was defeated by semen. Her curse echo is notable for being particularly easy to fulfill, the requirements necessary to use her curse. That detective did well to escape this one.
So a female Onmyoji and rival of Seimon was involved in the Honjo incident. That certainly is interesting.
Next is the Evergreen Beach. This curse echo is from a craftsman of Netsuke carvings named Junkichi, who was hanged for spreading baseless rumors. He apparently spoke of something that granted the ability to bring back the dead.
The right of resurrection.
Precisely. This man Junkichi must have been in contact with semen. If I could just collect all of the memories, everything will all be revealed, and the truth of the 7 mysteries will be mine. That is the knowledge I desire.
Meaning you need to gather as much information as you can about the curse bearers.
Precisely. I have an agreement to exchange information with those detectives. But they might not even find the other curse bearers, so I must take measures of my own.
What's the trigger for the curse to occur? Another thing.
Yes?
You never really finished about what the trigger for all this was.
Oh, well, ahem. I don't know.
Really? You're not hiding something from us, are you? It has something to do with how you obtained the Record of Fates, right?
Oh, shit!
How did you really get a hold of the Record of Fates? To tell the truth, we're in a race against time. It could be a disaster if we don't hurry.
What are you talking about?
Someone left a warning that at sundown today they would use the curse to kill a lot of people. The one who left that message is the culprit behind the Najima murders from 20 years ago.
But that would be Najima. What? Something so terrible will happen?
I won't allow potentially hundreds of people to become victims of a curse. I'll do anything in my power to stop it. Anything. Mr. Aishi, please, tell us everything you know.
I'm sorry, but I truly don't know anything. The truth is, I was given the Record of Fates by a woman.
A woman?
Well, her voice sounded like a woman's. I didn't exactly see what she looked like. 1 month ago, while I was investigating at night, I suddenly heard from a formless voice.
A woman's voice?
It said, I entrust you with this ancient manuscript and the right of resurrection held within its pages. Spread rumors of this ritual as far and wide as you can in the coming month. And before I knew it, an old document had fallen down at my feet.
1 month? She specified the time period.
I was told if I did that, I could study the manuscript as much as I pleased. I wanted it so badly to verify its authenticity, I ended up accepting. I haven't heard anything from the voice since then.
It must have had you spread the rumors in order to strengthen the power of the curse. To tie together the curse and the desire to seek out the right. This makes it likely that the owner of the voice is the mastermind behind all of this.
And you trust her? Nix, it was a woman, not a child. So I understand the mistake. I understand how Araishi could make a mistake like that, but sometimes children can sound like women as well. So you gotta always be suspicious. You never know when a child is lurking in the darkness with an old manuscript of an old curse thing.
Hence, I went public with the Record of Fates. Hihaku in occult magazines immediately jumping on the news was a financial boon for me.
Oh, Hihaku, huh?
A child. Huh. Hihaku, as in Hihaku soaps?
Right, I mean, no! No, that's not important. Just some personal business. After that, I waited, trying to predict what would occur in a month's time. And that's when the curse began.
And those are all the details I have.
You sure there's nothing else you know?
Oh God, you children are relentless.
Very well. I've told you this much. I may as well give you one more thing. The Nintendo Switch will launch on February 24th, 2024. Are you happy? You've taken everything.
Thank you, and what might that be? It's about Seaman's Record of Fates.
There's a sort of continuation to it. Another document called the Record of Fates Yin Scroll.
A continuation.
Actually, a section written in Seaman's own hand was appended to the manuscript. According to which, after the Honjo incident, Seaman lamented such a calamity taking place. He apparently wrote the addendum? Yeah, wrote the addendum for the event that the tragedy became its own curse. It seems he had an idea that the victims of the Honjo incident would turn into curse echoes and be used to gather soul dregs. It supposedly details how to handle any trouble that occurs as a result of the rite of resurrection.
Really?
Hold on a second. Don't you find that strange? What's the matter, Miss Sakazaki? You think my information is inaccurate? That's just common business practice. Create the problem, sell the solution.
If Seaman died in the Honjo incident, then he couldn't have written the addendum.
You really don't get it, do you? He died and then resurrected himself.
Am I wrong?
Have you forgotten the ability that Seaman possessed? Of course not. He could use the rite of
Oh! You're telling me that Seaman used it on himself?
The rite of resurrection be carried out in advance so that it activates when the soul dregs are gathered together. Then it's not possible. Is it not possible that Seaman himself was resurrected by the rite after it took place?
But why? So this was all Yoko's doing? But he'd have to collect the soul dregs needed to use the rite, because Yoko came back to life instantly after the soul dregs were gathered.
Yes, and that's why they died. The 8 others besides Seaman.
What?
Phoenix Down himself? No, it would be re-raise. If you have a pre-Phoenix Down, you could use it in advance, right? I mean, I guess if you like threw it in the air and then hope it found you later.
They died in the Honjo incident for their soul dregs.
Oh, well, whatever.
That sounds like the same as what's happening now.
And that's why I need the resentful memories to learn the truth.
I get it now.
The issue at hand is that the Yin Scroll and the Record of Fates were supposed to have been passed down as a set. When I received the Record of Fates, the Yin Scroll was gone. Only this information was left.
In this timeline, Yoko never died. But that's because Yoko was resurrected.
Supposedly, Seaman's blood descendant.
Wait. Also, I'm pretty sure Yoko was an orphan. I swear to God we talked about that somewhere.
Supposedly, Seaman's blood descendants guarded it as they passed it down across generations. It seems that over their long history, the 2 documents became separated and the scroll's location lost as the family line branched.
Seaman had descendants. That checks out. So there's someone out there related to him by blood even now?
Yes. In fact, I've tried to trace the line as far as I could. He wasn't a well-known onmyoji to begin with, so a detailed family tree does not exist. It seems likely they used the manuscript as, the use of the manuscript has long been forgotten, only being passed down out of tradition. And, since they aren't even aware of what they have, Tracking it down is quite tricky indeed. I wish I could ask whoever that voice belonged to about the Yin Scroll.
I'm sure you do. So basically, in the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll, Seaman himself wrote about ways to handle the curses and the right?
Yeah, that's about right. I've been searching for it all this time, but I haven't found a single lead. So, if you do find out anything about the other resentful members of the Yin Scroll, tell me immediately. You owe me that much for telling you all this, do you not? That's the real extent of everything I know.
Taizan Fukun Ritual.
Yes, I understand. Well, thank you for your help.
If you bring me some useful information, I'll take it into consideration for your school grades as well.
Yeah, I know. Yamata Takeru no Mikoto? Yako Sakazaki, 1 p.m. What? Sounds like war. But I guess it's just old cars.
You've learned a lot. So, to sum it up, there was a tragic incident with people cursing each other for the rite of resurrection in the Edo period as well. And that Record of Fate's Yin Scroll may have info we want since it details how to stop the rite. I think that's about it. Right. If we could just find the Yin Scroll, we might be able to learn how to settle this situation. But even Mr. Araishi didn't have any leads on where it was. How do we know where to start looking for it?
Well, someone involved with this must have some connection to it, I think. Why are they looking at me? Do they expect me to do this?
I have a feeling the mastermind who awakened the curses is involved too. Right.
What do we do next?
So, Mio.
Oh my god, they're Pinky in the brain.
Oi, Mio! What are we going to do next? Same thing we do every night, Yako. Try to stop you from cursing everybody because you're fucking crazy. But also, we should probably go talk to Tsutsumi, that is it. We got a pretty big clue from hearing about the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll. If Mr. Tsutsumi might know more about it. We should go... Oh! We should go back to school then!
Yes. That's our point of contact after all, Pinky. Whoever's behind that voice gave Mr. Araishi the Record of Fates.
That must be the mastermind, don't you think?
Yeah! And he said it sounded like it belonged to a woman. Whoever it is, bet they're real scary.
Huh. You don't sound like the Yako I know. You kind of sound like some weird lanky mouse. Then let's catch him and make him spill the beans. I thought you'd say something like that.
Oh, really? Oh, I guess I'm just not feeling that confident right now.
I understand. I don't know if it's related to the woman behind the voice, but I'm also interested in the female Onmyoji who is the rival of Seaman. Seaman. Oh, that reminds me, Mio. You know what's nearby here, don't you?
It's Hihaku Soaps!
Oh, you mean where Michio... Yeah, where it happened.
Oh, shit.
I was going there every day to leave flowers, even though they always get cleared away anyways. I'm sure it must have been hard to have been reminded of Michio's death all the time. Oh, that reminds me, Yako. Yeah? When you asked me to do the spirit board 2 days ago, did you come here on that day too? Yeah, I left some flowers before going to school.
Narf! Right, I forgot Narf. How could I forget Narf? Instead of why? Narf!
Did you just narf? What's this narf all of a sudden?
Narf!
Oh, now that you mention it. That day, I suddenly felt lightheaded and ended up passing out for a little bit after I narf! But I came to right away and felt fine, so I didn't think anything of it. I see. That's all. Thanks.
Excuse me, you girls over there. Oh shit, this dude.
Whoa.
Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but something you said caught my attention.
And who might you be?
I'm Yutaro Namagaki.
Sounds like he needs his own theme music in this moment. Just like,
Sorry, I'm Yutaro Namagaki. Well, anyways, I should probably tell you. Until yesterday, I was a curse bearer. That should clear things up.
A curse bearer?
Oh, you don't need to be scared. I've already given up the curse stone of the foot washing mansion.
The foot washing mansion? So you're the one Inspector Tsutsumi was talking about.
Ah, so you already know Inspector Tsutsumi. That makes this simple. Then there's nothing to worry about. I mean, you're still a stranger danger, man.
Oh, hey! You're...
oh shit!
You were in the driver's seat! Yako? Yes, wait, what? Just now, I was I doing something?
I didn't know this game had voice acting. Wow.
Sorry, Mr. Namagaki, what might be the matter?
Right. I actually wanted to discuss something with you two. Would you come with me if you have a little time?
Chat help, I don't understand. This dude drove the truck into Michio and isekai'd her to feudal Japan. Yeah, this dude did it apparently. I know.
Discuss something with us?
You were talking about Michio Shiraishi, right? It's related to that.
Huh?
I'm sure you would learn a few things yourselves. If not now, later's fine. I'll be waiting around Ryugoku Bridge.
Something rubs me the wrong way about this, but he mentioned Michio. What do we do?
Let's go to the school first.
Sorry, but there's something we've got to take care of. We'll have to pass.
Is that so? Well, then that's too bad. I'm in no rush, so I'll be waiting at Ryugoku Bridge if you change your mind.
Well, I guess we could do this after, but interesting. Very interesting. Oh. My eyes. If he went with them there first, there would be a special ending. That's to say that we would have died. I definitely got Stranger Danger vibes. Also, that girl. I'm doing it to you, Opal. Try the talk opinion. If we went to the end. I'm pretty sure we'd get oofed real bad. If I have to do this whole freaking thing over again, I swear to goodness.
Excuse me! Who goes over there? Hey!
Well, I suppose we may have as well hear what it is you have to say.
Good. Good. Shall we relocate elsewhere?
He doesn't have a curse stone? I know, but that lady he's with is super dangerous. She's an art student, Solomon. She'll do anything. She's fucking crazy, okay? Like, you don't understand. They'll do anything. He's also probably going to run us over. It's okay. It's fine. We're gonna be so fine. Things are great. Look, oh, it's beautiful here. Oh, we're gonna have a great talk.
So, what did you want to discuss with us?
Let's see. How do I put this? I'll tell you straight. So you're super fucking dead. Oh! I want you two to use your curse stones to bring Michio Shiraishi back from the dead.
What? That was literally the plan.
It's why I was pursuing the resurrection in the first place. Because you ran her over, you dum-dum? Unfortunately, I had to give up my curse stone before I could succeed. Because how do you correct accidentally murdering someone, maybe? Well, by murdering more people to bring them back from the dead. The math checks out. What? Oh. But you two are curse bearers with some kind of connection to her. Which means this is the perfect opportunity for me to ask you for this.
Well, I'm sorry this is all so sudden. I still don't understand why you'd want to do this. What exactly is your relationship with Michio?
Well, Michio had a big impact on my life. We met very briefly. You'd say that she came out of nowhere and into my life. I was so sad to hear the news of her death the other day.
Right. Well, it would be great if we could bring Michio back, but we've already decided we're not going to use the Rite of Resurrection.
Is that so? It seems, however, that we share a goal. I wouldn't mind collecting the soul dregs for you if you gave me your curse stone, you know.
We'll have to decline that as well. Our goal is to stop this curse.
I see. Well, that's too bad. I suppose I'll have to give up on curse stones.
Thank you for your understanding. I thought he was a little suspicious, but he left without making a fuss. But why does he want to bring Michio back? Huh? Yako? Yako! Uh-oh. Did she go off somewhere while we were talking?
This dude is gonna get twisted up into a little ribbon. Yako! Yo, this is some go. Heh. I finally caught up to you. I don't know if you noticed me following you or not, but leading me to a secluded place, you've got guts. I'm sorry, but I'll be taking your curse stone. Either you hand it over or I'll have to take it by force.
Wait, dude, you don't... What, is that your, like, normal fighting pose? You're supposed to
What?
Dun dun dun.
Oh my god!
Do I have these here? No, I don't have them. Damn.
Are you... No. She's here again. I don't understand. Oh, wait. It was just an accident. I swear, I didn't mean to. That's why I was trying to bring you back. You're already too late.
Huh, cool.
Whoa.
Man, I missed the name at the beginning every time. It's not Geno Toboshi, is it? Could be.
You're too late, Mickey!
Ned Browning. Well, yeah, that was the end of that. Visit the Samita Tourism Office. I wonder how they felt about all this. Pack it up. What game's next? Resident Evil 4. After this,
Fumi Chika Najima went on to use the power of his curse to commit mass murder, shocking the public with the unprecedented tragedy. And from that day on, Yako Sakazaki was never heard from again. Ending 1. Michio's Grudge. Ooh, we're getting endings. Game's partially produced by the Sumida Tourism Office. Yeah, bold. Bold. Reach Yako Sakazaki's ending. Ooh. Man. Like, the moment they were like, oh yeah, it looks like he was twisted and fell from something, I was like, yep, that's our Yako. Of course, I thought that she did it herself at first, but then once we learned about the possession stuff, well, it was clear what was going on. That was the very first ending? Yeah. Well, technically, I mean, I guess you could count this as some sort of ending. Also very fun is that we aren't done with this timeline yet, so it's kind of like, what's Yoko up to? I don't know. Do we have the thing? No, it's unknown curse bearers. Yeah, so I mean, it's pretty likely that Yoko might have the Whispering Canal. And I guess that would mean that Yoko killed us instead. The Beckoning Light is one that we saw, potentially, in the very beginning when we were talking to, the Simp Lord. Hugo? I don't know. But we're having show and tell tomorrow. So, the Beckoning Light might be Hihaku's Soaps. Us as in the very first guy? Yeah, like Shogo. Beckoning Light might be Hihaku's Soaps lady. Soaps. The Taiko of Suguru. Shoot, I thought we knew that one. The Taiko of Suguru. Taiko of Suguru. Oh, yeah, no. Oh. What? But yeah, interesting stuff. You're already too late to this stream, because it's about to end. Went a little long, but hey. Getting to the bottom of it, am I right? Possible villain? Oh! Yeah, I know. I watched some Kim Possible in my day. Let's just say I'm very familiar with a certain naked mole rat, okay? Very familiar. Let's be honest, everyone watched the show for the naked mole rat, okay? Thank you for going through this, yeah. We're gonna do some Resident Evil 4 DLC after this. We got P3P, Persona 3 Portable, on Saturday. I wanted to watch the trailer for The Thing, but man, my eyes. Jeez. Maybe we could watch it tomorrow morning before, like, during the Yakuza stream, but before. That might be good. Yeah. For anyone who might know this game, do you know how many streams we might have left? Are we going to finish it this week? Why not the start of P3P? We could. That just seems so far away, though. Because it'd be nice, it'd be cool if they came out on Saturdays. That would be really cool. But, yeah, I wanted to get it out there beforehand. But yeah, we could probably do it at the beginning of P3P. 3 more streams, dang. Lack of female pro tags, but I won't be playing the reload of P3. Hey, then check out, you know, our female pro tag side. It's fun. New trailer's so good, P3 are hype. I love Yukari. Yukari might be my favorite, if not my favorite. There's quite a bit left, yeah, right? I feel like we have most everything figured out. So, yeah. But, anywho, I hope I can see you tomorrow. Alright, later. Bye-bye.